Okay, so this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Ice Therapy. We're here on a big week again in Manchester, Boxer Sky Sports. Spencer Oliver, what absolutely superb fights we've got in store.
Listen, I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am. It's great to be here in Champs Camp. So much history steeped in this gym. Joe Gallagher, taking us around, showing us the photos, talking about old times, bring back a lot of memories for myself as well, actually. And I've just been to a jerk chicken place down the road. I know you're getting jealous about it.
What are you trying to say?
Sensational, mate. Sensational. But yeah, looking forward to Saturday night. Franchon Cruz-Dizerne putting her undisputed super middleweight titles on the line against Savannah Marshall. We've got Natasha Jonas going in against Candy Wyatt as well. It's going to be great, mate. I'm really looking forward to Saturday night. Women's boxing at the forefront again. They're delivering these girls, and there's two great fights there.
Now listen, talking to Franchon Cruz-Dizerne, she's a 4-belt champion. And Savannah's coming off a very disappointing loss, which, was slightly debatable, but, in the end, it is what it is. This is going to be a very, very tough fight for Savannah.
Listen, look, I'll give you a little bit of history on Franchon and, what she's all about. She boxed Clarissa Shields 4 times as an amateur, never beat her. Then she had the guts to get in there on her first fight and lost again. It was a tough fight. She's rough. She's tough. She likes to rough her opponents up, and that's what she does. She's quite crude in her. Like, she's not technically great. She's very strong, physically strong. Out of her 10 fights, I think she's only had 2 stoppages. You can't read too much into that. She is very physically strong, but she is there to be hit. And for me, like Savannah Marshall, she's coming off that loss to Clarissa Shields, who's the GOAT of women's boxing. She proved that night. That was a fantastic night for women's boxing and women's sporting as a whole. Just proved how far boxing has come, women's boxing has come. And I think that Savannah would have gone away. She would have learned from that. She's tried, and she wants to right the wrongs of that fight, and she wants to become undisputed super middleweight champion. She's moved up a weight. Credit to her for that. Franchon Cruz-Dizerne is a big girl. She's strong, she's stocky, and she will bring it. Look, it's going to be a great fight, that. The girls boxers amateurs, it was 12-10. Savannah won 12-10. Tough fight, but Savannah knows what she's going into. She knows it's going to be tough. She knows it's going to be rough, but Savannah will be prepared for that.
And listen, somebody else that we know very well, Callum Simpson, making his second fight on Boxer. He's going to be explosive, isn't he?
I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, Callum Simpson's he's a good fighter. He's a tough fighter. He's undefeated in 11, 9 KOs. And do you know what I saw with Callum Simpson, right? Well, the first time I watched him, he's been with Sky now for a couple of fights, and the first time I watched him, I thought, do you know what? I see glimpses, although he's an orthodox and Calzaghe's a southpaw, I see glimpses of it, like, he just reminded me of him. Just the way he throws his punches in bunches, the way he puts them together. It was just, it just reminded me of like a young Joe Calzaghe. And I went to, mate, you've got a little bit of star quality about you, and I think if they develop him right and take him down the right route, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Of course, Ben Whittaker. I think it's his 4th fight. They're very similar characters, aren't they, those two?
Yeah, they are. Ben Whittaker, for me, is possibly the best prospect globally, or one of the best prospects globally. Definitely, he's up there.
That's a big statement, mate.
It's a big statement. We saw the whole Nazim Hamid entrance last time out against Jordan Grant. He went in there and he talks the talk, but he can walk the walk. He throws shots. His shot selection's great. He throws them from unusual angles, and he's impressive, man. He's really impressive. I'm looking forward to that. I think he gets the job done again inside the distance. He's got a tough opponent, very durable opponent, and a guy that you've got to sort of chip away at and sort of try and break down. But I believe that he's got the tools to do that.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a fantastic night over in Manchester. It always is with Boxer. They always put on a really, really good show. And guys like Zach Chelly, for example, people don't see much of Zach, but he's a very, very good fighter.
Yeah, Zach Chelly's, he's a great fighter. Zach Chelly's one of the old school. He just goes, bring it on. He's boxing now. He was meant to be boxing Mark Heffron, for the titles, but he's pulled out now. He's boxing. He's boxing. Get
your notes, Spencer.
Yeah, I know, mate, because there's so many bloody names on here. But he is boxing Mark Jeffers. There you go, Mark Jeffers.
Well remembered off your paper.
Sort of. Yeah, but Mark's tough. He's 15-0, 4 KOs. And it's his opportunity. It's all about opportunity, platform, etc. So, Zach Chelly gets a last-minute replacement. Mark steps up to the plate. But as we saw last time out up against Anthony Sims Jr., Chile delivers, man. He's a good fighter. He turned pro at 18. You know, the only loss on his record was Cody Davis, you know, and that was at light heavyweight. He's now down back at the weight that he's comfortable at, and he's developing, and they're super, super confident. He's a tough guy to beat. He's good at adapting, and that's where he's he's very good. He can adapt. He's got that adaptability. He can fight on the inside. He can fight long. You know, he's a good fighter. I like Zach Chile. That's a good fight. I'm looking forward to Natasha Jonas, by the way, as well.
That was my next question.
Yeah, against Candy Wyatt. Jonas is going to become a 2-weight world champion. I think she does it inside the distance. Candy Wyatt's fourth. It's her fourth attempt at a world title. A familiar name that people may know is Jessica McCaskill. She got stopped by McCaskill in 7 rounds, but that was painful to watch. McCaskill was beating her up. Wyatt comes forward in straight lines. She's very game, but she does get hit, and she gets hit quite often. That's the recipe for disaster against someone like Natasha Jonas, who's southpaw, heavy-handed, throws good left hook. She's got a wicked right hook over the top as well. I think Jonas gets the job done inside the distance and becomes a 2-weight world champion. I think she goes on even to become a 3-weight world champion. She's
You think she'll do that?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I think she's unlucky that this is not for a third world title. The fight she had down at super featherweight against Terry Harper, the draw, she was unlucky in that fight. Pushed Katie Taylor all the way. But there's more to come. She's jumped up 3 weight divisions to super welterweight, come down to welter. We could even see her dropping down to super lightweight. There's some big fights out there.
And of course, if she does come through this test, which you think she will, you know, she's got possibility of people like Sandy Ryan and McCaskill.
Absolutely, Sandy Ryan, now the WBO champion. You know, she's flying as well. Great little fighter. You know, her and Clifton Mitchell, great team together. Clifton's, done a great job with Sandy. She was a good amateur, so she had good pedigree anyway. But she's now just starting to develop as pro. Like I say, unification bouts. Why not? That's what we want to see. All British unification bouts. It's a great fight.
Of course, we're in Natasha's home here, over in the Champs Camp. It's amazing, isn't it?
Mate, I love this place. This is like when I was boxing. This hasn't changed from it's like the time, place forgot. It's exactly the same as these were all the gyms when I was boxing. We don't get many of these up and down the country anymore. It's steeped in history here in the Champs Camp. You look around and you see on the walls the fighters that have been in here, the fighters that that have come through this system. And it's wicked, man. It's just there's a special feel about it. Something quite magical about it, actually.
It is magical. Well, listen, you've had a very sad day today at TalkSport Towers, haven't you? Because Woodsy's given up.
Yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad day for the TalkSport breakfast listeners, and she's good, Laura. Though she's very good. You know what I mean? She's got a great way of communicating with the people, keeping things. And I know the way you were looking at me there. You're going, "Come on, mate, finish it off." Yeah, she's great at talking, but it's a sad day, mate. Good luck to her in whatever she's doing. She's actually gone on to. I think she's signed the deal with BT now. But good luck to her for the rest of her future. And I look forward to. Look, we'll still see her around from time to time, but she's a great broadcaster, that's for sure.
You don't fancy the breakfast show? You and Ali McCoy.
You never know, mate. You never know. I do a lot of stuff with Alan Brazil, actually. We do a lot of after dinner speaks.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a little connection there, mate. So, watch this space.
Listen, Spencer, I know you got stuff to do. Appreciate you. Your once a year little chat with us. Thank you very much, mate. It's all good.
Absolute pleasure, as always.
Cheers, mate.